Let's recall Pythagoras' theorem. In a right angle triangle, the square of the hypotenuse, that means AC square, is equal to the sum of the squares of the remaining two sides, which is AB square plus BC square. Now let's apply this theorem. Look at this question. In triangle ABC, angle C is an acute angle. That means it's less than 90 degrees. And it's given that segment AD is perpendicular to segment BC. Now we have to prove that AB square is equal to BC square plus AC square minus twice of BC into DC. As you can see, the perpendicular divides the big triangle into two right triangles, triangle ADB and triangle ADC. Now let us name the sides. AB is C, AC is B, AD is P, DC is X. Now if I say whole side BC is A units, so BD will be A minus X, right? This step is important because DC is a part of BC. Now focus on triangle ADB. This is a right triangle. In this triangle, AB is the hypotenuse, BD and AD are the other two sides. So let's use Pythagoras theorem. We can say that AB square is equal to BD square plus AD square, or let's substitute the values. So we get C square equals to A minus X square plus P square, right? Now expand the square, we get A square minus 2ax plus x square plus p square. Mark this as equation 1. Now let's look at the other triangle, that's triangle ADC. Apply the Pythagoras theorem, we get b square equals to p square plus x square. So p square will be b square minus x square. Now we are going to substitute the value of p square in our equation 1. Upon doing that, we get this. Okay, we already had a square minus 2ax plus x square on the right hand side. Now instead of p square, we are writing p square minus x square. X square will get cancelled out. So this is what we are left with. Now let's replace these variables with the actual sides. What do we get? We get AB square equals to BC square plus AC square minus twice of BC into DC. Now this is a very important result. Let's try to understand the meaning of this. It says that in an acute angle triangle, the square of the side opposite to the acute angle, which is basically AB here. So we can say that AB square is equal to the sum of the squares of the other two sides, that's BC square plus AC square, minus twice the product of the base on which the altitude falls, which is BC in this case, and the small part formed on the base by the altitude, which is DC. This is one very important result. Now let us study the obtuse angle case. Look carefully at the triangle ABC. Here, angle ACB is an obtuse angle, which means it is greater than 90 degrees. Again, we draw perpendicular AD to BC, but this time something different happens. The perpendicular falls outside the triangle. This is the main difference between the acute and the obtuse angle cases. Still, the perpendicular help us create the right triangles, so we can use Pythagoras theorem again. Now focus on triangle ADB. This is a right triangle. We can use Pythagoras theorem. We can say that AB square equals to AD square plus DB square. Let's substitute the values. We get C square equals to P square plus A plus X whole square. Now expand the square, we get this, right? Now call it equation 1. Now I want you to look at the triangle ADC. Here, apply the Pythagoras theorem again. AC square equals to AD square plus CD square. So we get B square equals to P square plus X square. Now find the value of P square from this equation. We get B square minus X square. Now let's substitute the value of P square in our first equation. What do we get? We get C square equals to A square plus 2AX plus X square, which was already there on the right hand side. And instead of P square, we have written B square minus X square. X square will be cancelled out. We are left with this equation. Now replace the variables with the actual sides. We get this result. Now let's try to understand again. In an obtuse angle triangle, the square of the side opposite to the obtuse angle, that is AB square in this case, will be equal to the sum of the squares of the other two sides. That's BC square plus AC square plus twice the product of the base on which the altitude falls, that's BC, and the small part formed on that base by the altitude, that's CD. Now let's compare both of these cases carefully. One case is for acute angle triangle, the other case is for an obtuse angle triangle. Acute angle case has a minus sign. Please observe that, it's very, very important. And obtuse angle case has a plus sign. In both the cases, we found a relationship between the sides opposite to the angle, the other two sides, and the small part formed on the base after drawing the altitude. Now we are going to use these results to prove a very important theorem called Apollonius Theorem. Apollonius Theorem states that in triangle ABC, if M is the midpoint of the side BC, then AB square plus AC square will be equal to twice of AN square plus twice of BN square. Now look carefully. In this triangle ABC, point M is the midpoint. So it divides BC into two equal parts. That means BM is equal to MC. It's given to us. Now join A to M. We get AM, that's the median of the triangle. Our goal is to prove this equation. Okay, this is called Apollonius Theorem. Now for that we are going to draw a perpendicular AD on BC. Why are we drawing this perpendicular? Because we want to create right triangles so that we can use the Pythagoras based results we learned earlier. Now observe the figure very carefully. If AM is not the perpendicular to BC, then we know that one of the angles will be acute and the other one will be obtuse. Now in this figure, we can say that angle AMB is an obtuse angle, right? So from the obtuse angle result we studied earlier, we can say that AB square equals to AM square plus BM square plus twice of BM into MD. Now I'm sure you know from where is this coming from. Let's reiterate, okay? So in an obtuse angle triangle, the square of the side opposite to the obtuse angle, that's AB square, will be equal to the sum of the squares of the other two sides, that's AM square plus BM square, plus twice the product of the side on which the altitude falls, that's BM in this case, and the small part formed on that base, that's MD. Okay? Similarly, angle AMC is an acute angle. So look at the triangle AMC. So we will get this. Okay, notice carefully, this time we use a minus sign because the angle is acute. Now since M is the midpoint of BC, we know that BM equals to MC. Now we can replace MC with BM. So what do we get here? We will get AC square equals to AM square plus BM square. See, we are replacing MC with BM minus twice of BM into MD. Call it equation number 2. Now let's add both the equations. So on the left hand side we will get AB square plus AC square, and on the right hand side we will get this. Now these two terms will get cancelled out, and there you go. This is the proof of the Apollonius theorem. Now what's the final statement? In any triangle, the sum of the squares of any two sides is equal to twice the square of the median drawn to the third side plus twice the square of half of the third side. Now let's apply Apollonius theorem in this question. In triangle PQR, PM is the median, then PM is given as 9, PQ square plus PR square is equal to 290. We have to find the value of QR. Since it's the median, we can say that QM is equal to MR, which will be equal to half of QR, right? Because M is the midpoint here. Also, by Apollonius theorem, we can say that PQ square plus PR square equals to twice of PM square plus twice of QM square. Now substitute the values, we get this. Let's solve it step by step very carefully. We will get twice of QM square equals to 128, QM square equals to 64, QM equals to 8. So QR will be twice of 8, that is 16. So whenever a question involves a median and the sides of the triangle, Apollonius theorem becomes a powerful tool to find the unknown lengths.